Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we're going to do a video all about accuracy. The importance of accuracy, what levels of accuracy do you need for different areas of the game, and why I rate it as the most important stat in the whole game. So let's get started then. What does accuracy do? For any champion that manipulates another champion in some way, you need accuracy to do that. And what do I mean by that? So if you've got any champion that can land some form of debuff, so if I take a Tomb Lord here, pretty much anything that goes in red like this is called a debuff. See here, place debuff on the target. As soon as you're trying to land a debuff on a target, you need an accuracy check to make sure that that debuff can land. Most champions in the game have got some sort of debuff to land. I'd say probably 80 to 90% have got some sort of debuff to land. If you've got buffs, which are normally blue, for your own team, accuracy does not impact a buff at all. You don't need it. So any debuff that you're trying to land needs an accuracy check to make sure that you can land it. Also, if you're trying to manipulate an enemy's turn meter or turn meter is the main one, I guess, but there's probably some other stuff as well. Like a High Katoon here has got 50% chance of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies by 15%. It's got the same accuracy check. So for me, accuracy is number one stat when I'm building my champions. If I cannot land their debuffs, if their moves do not work, what is the point of them doing their job? The most common one I see is a Cold Heart. On a Heartseeker, she needs accuracy to land the decreased turn meter by 100%. If you do not build your Cold Hearts with accuracy, actually all they're doing is they're hitting hard, but the main part of their move is not working. I'd rather have a Heartseeker that reduces turn meter over a Heartseeker that hits for another 50,000 points. So, accuracy for me is the first stat that I look to build. Let me help you understand how to get to the right levels of accuracy and what levels of accuracy you need for different content in the game. It's crucial. It's literally the most important stat in the game. So firstly then, how do you build the accuracy up to the levels you want? Great Hall is a brilliant place to start. Great Hall, whether you're level 30 or level 70, doesn't matter. You should be focused on the arena, even if it's trying to win the easy battles, and you should be pushing your accuracy up as your most highest priority, at least to level 6 on the areas where you've got champions that need to debuff. So it might be for you, you don't have that many spirit champions. Okay, you let that one go for a while, but I'd be damn sure that you're going to have some magic affinity. You're probably going to have a few void, and you're probably going to have force affinities, which need a lot of accuracy to land their moves. If you've got any of the main poisoners like a Frozen Banshee, a Kale, they're going to need accuracy to land their poison debuffs for the clan boss, for the dragon, whatever. So first area you should focus on in your Great Hall is accuracy, and that will start to help you grow the levels of accuracy on your team and dramatically reduce the amount of accuracy you need in your gear to be able to start to hit those debuffs. So the second area that you gain accuracy then is your gear. And the biggest chunk of accuracy you can get would be in a banner. Find someone who's relevant. Okay, Sepulchre needs to land her decrease attack debuff, another debuff, therefore it needs accuracy. You would find accuracy on her banner. Don't know why I don't have it on there right now. She must be a tank of some sort. Accuracy on a banner. It gets up to 96 for the biggest 6-star. A 5-star would be 78. A 4-star, I think, is like 64. So it kind of scales up as you go. The higher the star level, the higher the number of accuracy you can get from your banner. And this is where you'll find your biggest chunk, aside from a chest. But you don't really want to put it on your chest because a chest will give you a lot of defensive stats. So ideally, you can get a banner with accuracy on it. Amulets also have accuracy, and they have a chance to roll accuracy as a substat. Not a main stat, only a substat. So what you want to try and do is, if you're trying to push your accuracy up, find an amulet with accuracy on it and try and get yourself a couple of substat rolls. Substat rolls in accuracy really help you push your accuracy number up, which means, again, you don't need, here we go, hallelujah, straight away in with the accuracy roll for the vids. That's what I do. So once you've tried to find accuracy here, you then know what you've got left to build up the top. And what you'd want to do, let's say I wanted to build my Frozen Banshee up. And I want to try and get to 200 accuracy, let's say. I get accuracy on my banner. I get some accuracy on my amulet. And then I think, right, well, what do I have left? And I start to look for accuracy on substats. There's one here, one here, one here. And that was all I needed to get to my 200. If I was still 10 points short, I could also go in and I could upgrade with a glyph. So a 3-star glyph would give me 3 to 5 points. I get 4 there. I know I needed another 6, let's say. So I would go into the next one. And I can keep upgrading with glyphs to try and bridge the gap to what I need to do the job. That's how you get accuracy. What level of accuracy do you need to be successful in the game? Now, on Clan Boss, I've got a pretty easy guide sitting in my Discord. I'm just going to bring it up here. Actually, I'll bring the whole Discord up. So there's tons of people in my Discord, guys. 9,500. It's a very active Discord group. People answer questions all day long. I try and get to some. I don't get to that many, to be fair. But I've got a mod team that are really knowledgeable as well. But it's also just like a non-toxic community. So if you're interested in that, come and join us. My Discord link is always in my video descriptions. We've got a section within this so-called Clan Boss info. This is locked, so only I add the most important information that I find from the community here. Really good kind of source of info. And one of the areas down the bottom here is important stats. And what this shows is the level of accuracy you need for different clan bosses in the game. So if you're trying to hit Brutal, you need your champions that land debuffs to have 140 accuracy in the game. Nightmare, 170. Ultra Nightmare, 220. These are like minimums, guys. So I'm not saying once you've hit 170, that's it. You'll still get the odd resist, but not that many. If you went to 200, you'd get less resist. If you pushed Ultra Nightmare to 260, you would get less resist. But this is the minimum to give you a good kind of 90 to 95% chance of landing your debuffs on the clan boss. If we were talking about not clan boss, but dungeons, and I get asked this question a ton of times in my streams, literally a ton of times. People say, I'm on dungeon 16, what level of accuracy do I need to land my debuffs? A very good rule of thumb for dungeons is take the dungeon stage and multiply it by 10. So if I want to hit debuffs and I'm on stage 10, I take stage 10 times 10, I need 100 accuracy to land my debuffs in that stage. If I've moved right the way through to level 19, I need stage 19 times 10, 190 accuracy to land debuffs in that stage. I think that covers it really. It's the same for all dungeons. They all factor on the same sort of way. Works the same here, albeit you don't need it as much, but you know, they go up to stage 15, so maximum you're going to need is 150. Pretty much works the same in all these dungeons. As a good rule of thumb, times it by 10. Faction Wars is actually really similar to that. Take the stage, times it by 10. If you're trying to remove buffs, if you're trying to debuff, if you're trying to reduce turn meter, take the stage number, times it by 10 in Faction Wars. So you need slightly more, but not a lot more. Pretty much you can be running the same dungeon numbers as you do in your main dungeons for Faction Wars, and you'll get the same results on debuffing or turn meter manipulation. So that is Clan Boss, that is Dungeons, that is Faction War. Campaign, interestingly with Campaign, I checked this earlier, so Campaign you can go into a battle and you can click the enemy. You can click the enemy and it tells you his stats. And you see defensive number stacks high, HP stacks high, but resistance doesn't move. So you can run the same level of weak level of accuracy on Nightmare as you could on Brutal. Still 30, but all of his other stats are much less. See that? as you could on hard. Stats are low, resistance stays the same. So accuracy doesn't seem to play much of a part in campaign. So that's just something that's quite interesting for me to find out whilst I was doing this. So the last area then is arena. Now arena is a kind of animal to itself. How do you know what level of accuracy you need for the arena for different kind of stages, different tiers of the game? You probably won't be pushing accuracy much at all early game. So bronze into mid silver is what I'd call early game still for the arena. You probably would be wanting to push, by the time you get to silver 2, at least 70, 80 accuracy on your champs. You probably would start to be getting amulets and banners, hopefully, for silver 2, and be pushing towards 70 up to 100 accuracy. As you move into gold, you'd hope that you do have banners, and you'd probably be pushing up into that kind of maybe brutal nightmare stage. So you'd be looking for the 120 to 140 accuracy. And then when you get to gold 4, I'd say you're basically in the end game, and you'd be looking at the same level of accuracy as what you've got in your dungeons. So, level 20 dungeon, you're going to want 200 accuracy. When you get into high level arena, though, things change. And you get champions which are geared up specifically for resistance, and you get champions which are geared up specifically for accuracy. So if I look at this team here, the team power is way too low for any of these guys to have stacked resistance. If they've got a team of stacked resistance, this team power will be above 250k. Let's see if I can find one actually. 216, it's kind of high, not too high. 223 starts to get a bit higher. Probably means they've got one champ with high resistance. 265. This probably means they've got two champs with high resistance. Yeah, so team power is a massive indicator of how much resistance someone's got, and it also then allows you to know if you need to bring in a really high accuracy champ. So I've got some champions that I've built specifically for different roles in the arena, and I'm going to show you through those now. Warlord. My Warlord is built to have reasonable resistance, high accuracy. 388 will beat most resistances in the game. And the way this works is accuracy says, what's my chance of landing my debuff versus your resistance? That's the first check. If you're above their resistance, you then get an RNG roll to see if you're going to land the debuff. So 388 accuracy would always, well, not always, like probably 95% chance I'm going to land my debuff or my move against someone with 242 resistance. You see his player power is 42k. If I then pick on my Tormund, who's basically got his resistance and accuracy the other way round. My Tormund has got very high resistance, okay accuracy. And you see what it's done to his player power. His player power has moved up massively. That's how you kind of get to know when you're up against resistance teams. So someone that's got a 460 resistance, I would need to have at least a 460 accuracy to consistently land my moves in the arena. So that gives you an idea of kind of what player power does in here. So if we're in Plat Arena and we're trying to push to the end game, I need to assume that there's going to be people up against me that have got 460 plus resistance. Therefore, you're building people which are specifically accuracy focused. So I've got Madame Cerise here, one of the most common ones known for needing to land debuffs or remove buffs. 500 accuracy. How have I done it? Accuracy on the banner, double roll accuracy on the amulet, accuracy on the chest. This is the one area of the game where I condone having accuracy banner and chest together, because you do need accuracy to be that high. You then also want to find good sub rolls in accuracy to really help you land your debuffs or to remove their buffs. Another good example for me, who else have I got with high accuracy? Nephril. Nephril in the arena is all about landing the stuns and reducing turn meter. So I need him to have that same sort of level, 470 plus accuracy to do his job, which means he's going to have accuracy on his chest, accuracy on his banner, and I've actually got an accuracy set here as well to do the plus 40 set bonus. Another good example for me is my Gurga. Same idea again. 455, probably a bit low actually. Accuracy here, accuracy set gives me plus 40. Accuracy banner. If you are in very early game, so if I pull up my, this is my free-to-play account, started about 4 or 5 days ago. Currently, I don't have anyone that I really need to land debuffs with. I don't have any champs that are ready for that. But if I did, let's say this was a Kayle, not an Elhain, what you can do very early game, if you want to land poisons and stuff like that on the clan boss, is just go into campaign. Hopefully you get yourself to brutal pretty quickly and just farm up some of this Felwin's Gate accuracy set. Get yourself 2 pieces, gives you 2 pieces together, it's plus 40 accuracy, and it's the easiest way to gain a chunk of accuracy if you don't yet have banners, amulets, all that type of stuff. I think that's probably it, guys. This has been Accuracy 101, the most important stat in the game. I go accuracy, speed, defensive stats, damage. You should do that too. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.